Hello, everybody, and welcome to Self Love Friday. I can't believe it's Friday again. Another week has gone by in a flash. What are we going to be talking about today? First of all, I hope you're all well, and wherever you are, whether it's morning, evening, midday, as it is here for me, I hope you're having a beautiful Friday, whichever part of Friday that you're in. And welcome to Self Love Friday with me, Diana Grant. Yeah. Today's topic is one that has been coming up for me so often lately. It's always been a topic close to my heart, and lately it's just been extremely prevalent in all of my conversations, in my work, my day-to-day experience, and that is intuition. Are you using your intuition? Latest studies are showing that, I don't know if you've heard, but a while ago in wellness circles, medical professionals were calling the stomach or the second brain. Lately, there's been a new addition to the group of brains that human beings have, and that is the heart. The heart is being known as the third brain. Today, I want to talk about our second brain, which is our gut. And physically, it needs to be in a good physical, healthy state in order to operate physically and do everything that it needs to do for us. And then further than that, we have a great instinct that sits in our gut. We've always said, trust your gut. You know that saying, it's a really old saying. And that refers to intuition. And so I want to explore today ways to use your intuition. And if you don't use it or you're not how to use it, ways to strengthen it, ways to get that gut instinct of yours really strong and powerful so that you can follow the deep wisdom that lives within you. We all have access to a really, really ancient wisdom that lives within each and every one of us. And tuning to that, connecting with it, and realizing how much power sits there is a truly, truly liberating experience. I like to say, I know that the scientists call the gut the second brain and the heart the third brain. I would like to see us moving to a space where intuition is our first brain, feelings and heart are second, and the thinking logic the third, because I really think intuition, which is connected with that deep ancient wisdom that I speak of, that's where our intelligence really lies. And that's where we should be focusing and listening to. So how do you listen to your intuition? What are some practical ways that you can really connect with that wisdom and tap into it, make better decisions for yourself, honor yourself better, and live for you and what's best for you rather than the thoughts that come, which are programmed thoughts, what you should be doing, an idea of that society has programmed into you of what you should be doing, and rather live in your authenticity and true to yourself, and thereby creating the best life for yourself. So, some ways, 5 easy ways. I think they're easy. As with everything, they take practice. But 5 ways to really, really hone your intuition, to tap into that connection with the ancient wisdom. The first one is meditate. I know I sound like a stuck record because I think I recommend meditation to everybody every day. In almost every conversation I have, I suggest meditation. There are some really, really simple ways to get started if you've never meditated before. There are plenty of guided meditations on the internet. YouTube has millions of guided meditations, some really, really easy, really short. It's really simple to be able to get started with it these days because everything is just at the touch of a button. One particular one that I really recommend is by Deepak Chopra. I love his work. And he's done such a simple one that lasts for just 3 minutes. You keep your eyes open. You don't have to do anything fancy, anything unusual. You get to just sit, breathe, with your eyes open, soft eyes, and listen to what he has to say. And it is so, so powerful. It will be the most powerful 3 minutes of your week if you do that meditation. That one I will pop into the comments at the end. It's really, really, really valuable. I share that link with just about everybody all the time. So meditation is a very powerful way. In that still space, even if it's only 3 minutes. 3 minutes sounds like a lot to the thinking brain, but to the rest of you, to your inner self, to your wisdom self, 3 minutes is just a space in our timeline that we've created. 3 minutes is very valuable to the inner self. 3 minutes can be used very, very powerfully by the inner self. So take the time, drop into that space, really connect, because that's what will happen. And the more you do it, so literally take 3 minutes every day for a week. See how you feel at the end of the week? The impact is quite profound. I know that I've shared this time and time again, but I'll share it again. I have meditated on and off for very many years. And whenever I've pushed myself just to keep going for a week, I get hooked. So now I meditate in various different ways every day. I have the short 3-minute guided meditations. I have silent meditations that I do by myself on my yoga mat. I do longer guided meditations where I actually write at the same time as listening. There are music meditations I've mentioned in some of my posts and blogs and writings about walking meditation. It's very powerful as well. You actually move, and it's with your breathing and the pace of your walking that you get into a space of meditation where your thinking mind just stops. You just give yourself a break from all the thinking, and you get to go with the flow. And that's when you drop into your inner wisdom. So give it a try. Tip number 1 for connecting to your inner wisdom and hearing from your intuition, meditate. Tip number 2, breathe. Again, this is one that I repeat often. Breath work. There is such great power in breath work. So again, at your fingertips, breathing exercises online. There are so many. I recommend one called Breath of Fire, which is quite a nice stimulating breath. What it does is it really just gets you into your body. So out of your head again, out of your thoughts, and just into your body, which brings you into the moment. And being in the moment is the best way to connect with your inner wisdom and your intuition. So breath work. There are other kinds as well. There's just slow, deep breathing, which is very easy to do. Anytime you feel any sense of overwhelm, when there's just too much going on, you can just drop into some nice, slow breathing. And the best way to do that is to count. So you can count like a slow breath of 5 in, filling your lungs up, and then hold for a count of 5. And then release as slowly and evenly as you breathe in for the same count of 5 again. Release the breath. And at the bottom, when your lungs are empty, hold again for a count of 5. You can do this for a count of 3 if you've not done it before. Tyler Tolman, a great wellness guru living in Bali with his wife and child, he recommends a count of 7, and then you do that 7 times in a row. He calls it 7-7. So if you can get up to 7, that's great. Try and keep the pace in and out as even as you can, as well as the holding in between. Hello, Olga. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I love your hearts. Those are lovely. So connecting with your intuition, meditation, and breathing or breath work. And breath work can be as simple as I mentioned, just stopping for a moment and focusing on your breath, just watching your breath. You can literally, don't even count, just watch your breath. Be aware of your breath going in and out. Don't try and change it, just sit with it. That can be very powerful in and of itself. So meditation and breathing. The third thing that I suggest highly for connecting to your intuition is journaling, writing in a journal. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A simple notebook and pen. You can either carry it around with you wherever you go. If you're a woman and you have a handbag, or a man, a little one in your back pocket, or you can set aside specific time each day to focus on writing in your journal. Now, there are different types of journaling, and obviously, as with everything, some of them are good for some things and others are good for other things. So just free writing in a journal can be very non-focused, non-directional, so it doesn't necessarily bring you a result. Whereas if you work with journal prompts or specific questions that you need to answer, this can be very specific, and it can really help you connect with that inner wisdom part of yourself, with your intuition. Again, there are a lot of resources online. if you go to my website, dianagrant.com, you will find some journaling prompts, some really simple ones. A good friend of mine, Olga Gedana, she is a coach, and she has some very, very powerful journaling prompts. That was my Alexa. I've asked her not to disturb me, but she keeps disturbing me. She's very, very, what's the word, conscientious about her job. So, excuse the interruption. Back to journaling. If you look at, if you chat to Olga Gedan, a fellow coach, she's also on here on YouTube. She has a website called New Life Kickstart, and that's one of her specialties. Is she has some fantastic journal exercises, which she shared some of with me, and I know there's so much more. All her clients do journaling, and she's going to be releasing journals soon, one of these days, which I'm very excited about. So journals with actual prompts in them already. So, but give yourself a prompt. So something simple like, how can I be of service today? Sounds like an easy question, but it's a profound one. How do I want to feel today? How's that? Do you ever ask yourself that? Do you ever ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? What about, what do I want to bring today, or give, or share? And what do I want to receive today? These are 4 that I recommend to a lot of people who are just starting out with journaling because they're nice and simple. Olga, yes, you have been using journaling for years and years. And as you said, it's transformed your life and your clients. And me too. And I must say, the key for me was discovering all the different kinds of journaling. So as I journeyed with it, because all through my teen years, I had a diary. I was that girl who was always writing everything down, exploring my feelings, sort of taking apart my experiences. It was truly, truly wonderful. And I had millions of notebooks. I don't have them anymore. I went through a very interesting phase a couple of years ago where I decided to start a whole fresh life and not to go back over my journals. I felt that I had processed everything that needed to be processed up to that point and that I was starting fresh. So I don't have those anymore, but of course, that was a few years ago. So I already have piles and piles of notebooks filled with writing again now. And for me, discovering targeted journaling with actual prompts that I work with each day has been extremely helpful because I'm able to track my progress. I'm able to see how asking myself a simple question at the beginning of each day, how I can actually change my day and then change every day as I go, and assist in my growth. And very importantly, as per the topic today, assist me to connect with my inner wisdom and my intuition. The answers that come up are very interesting. Sometimes you might be surprised. You might say, how do I want to feel today? And you might want to feel no pressure. And that can really throw a bit of a spanner in the works if you do have a pressurized job, for example, and you're on your way to the office. And so it gives you a chance to connect with your inner self, find out where you're really at, and work with that. And as you work with that, and as you connect with that, every time you make that connection, you strengthen your own intuition more and more. So that's the third one, journaling. The fourth one is, sounds so easy, as with many things, feel more. And you might go, yeah, of course I feel. I know how to feel. I feel what I feel. I feel my feelings. But how much do you really feel your feelings? Do you know how you feel right now? Are you aware of your emotional state of being right now? When you're asked a question, do you really answer from a place of feeling, or do you answer with your thoughts, thinking? Nothing wrong with ideas, but we are very programmed. Since birth, we're born into a society that has rules and regulations, and that does come in between us and ourselves, if that makes sense. Inner self and outer self, there is a block in between us, and that block is the rules. So connecting with your feelings and how you really feel about something is extremely powerful. And again, that's something that can be done through your day as you're going. If you have a reaction to something, it's a very good indicator. So as soon as you have a reaction to something, stop and check in and say, oh, what am I feeling? If you're reacting, it's probably irritation or anger annoyance, trying to think of others that would come up in a reaction. So stop and acknowledge that feeling. All you need to do is just take a little pause and acknowledge. So it's about saying, I feel annoyed. That made me feel annoyed. And then you can ask yourself questions if you want to. Initially, just start connecting with the feeling. As you go on, you can then use those feeling triggers that happen during the day, make a mental note of them, and journal about them a little bit later. Once you've written in your journal, you can also then carry that through into your meditation. All of this is strengthening the muscle that is your intuition, reconnecting with your inner wisdom. How do I really feel about what's going on? What do I really want to do today? What service can I offer today? Who am I in this day? Okay. And number 5, very, very big one for me, body work. As you know, I have so many courses that are centered around all of these things that I've mentioned, as well as body work. Now, for me, meditation and breath work tie into body work very strongly. And then coming off of that, journaling and feeling. So I say the fact is we are born into physical bodies. We are physical beings. And so the very easiest way for us to know ourselves, very easiest route to connect with our inner self is to connect with our physical self. This is very real. This is tangible. I can work with this. So I recommend also in the mornings and the evenings is to connect with your body. A very easy way to do this, and this can be tied into meditation so you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, is a body scan. Body scan is very easily done by sitting wherever you're sitting or lying in your bed and just scanning through your entire body, starting from the tip of your toes and just connecting with each body part. Connect with your toes, connect with your feet, connect with your ankles, connect with your heels, with your calves, with your shins, with your knees. And as you go throughout your body, connect. And when I say connect, really connect, check in with that part of your body. And then a great thing to add to that is gratitude. Each part of your body is serving you so well in a million ways every day. The bones, the internal organs, your skin, all the blood that's racing through you, your heart that's pumping that blood. So just really connect with your body, do the body scan, and what that will do as well is bring you into the moment. So again, it's bringing you into the here and now. It's connecting you with your inner self, connecting you with your physical self, and you get to hear from your own wisdom again. Our bodies are very wise. Our bodies store memories from this life experience, and there are different schools of thought that say that we store memories from eternity, basically, in the DNA of our body. How exciting is that? I find that incredible. Like, just to try and wrap your head around that is immense. We basically are the whole universe wrapped up in this skin. So why not connect with it, right? And Olga, thank you. Yes, body scan meditation. This is what Olga says, everybody. If you are watching this after the fact, body scan meditation is my must before visualization, as that relaxes the entire body. Very true. That brings me to a point I was going to get to. Thank you, Olga. So by relaxing your body, by connecting with your body and validating your body then relaxes because your body knows that you've acknowledged it. There doesn't need to be anxiety. You don't need to be like ready for the next thing in that flight or fright mode. Your body can relax. As soon as your body relaxes, takes your thinking mind with it, and you're then able to visualize, meditate, connect, drop deeper into your inner self. So yes, Olga, thank you for that. That is so very true. Bringing the body into a state of calm, a state of acceptance and acknowledgement really opens up the space for connecting with your deep inner wisdom. And as I said, a lot of that wisdom is actually stored in your body. So how powerful is that? Now you might think that I've mentioned 5 things here, and that's a lot. If you're not doing any of them, it might feel like a lot. Like, how can I take all this on? Well, first of all, it's really much easier than it might sound. Each of those things can be sort of 3 minutes of your day, and I'm sure you have 15 minutes. Sure, you have 15 minutes that you're using for something else that could be put to use for yourself, to love yourself better, to know yourself better. If it all seems too much to take on all 5, then start with 1. I really recommend starting with meditation. It's a word that can seem daunting, it can seem big, but like I said earlier, it can just be a simple 3 minutes of your life that shifts everything. Try it out for 7 days. Obviously, I recommend taking the full 15 minutes, do 3 minutes for each of those things. But if that's too much, then just pick one and go with it. And if you'd like to chat about any more of these or take the conversation deeper, because there is so much more to each of these, then reach out to me. I'm happy to have a chat. I'm happy to share some ideas with you, to chat about, what it is that you feel blocks you from your intuition. But just remember, your intuition is your deep wisdom. You do have the wisdom within you. The wisdom of the eternal ages lives within you. All you need to do is stop and listen. So these are 5 ways that I've found that really work to help me listen and hear from and understand what my inner being is saying. And I really, really hope that they work for you. If you have some other ideas as well, then please share them in the comments. Even after this live, come on and like this video, share this video with your friends. I would really appreciate that, because the more people that can start practicing these things, the more we can change as a society. If each and every one of us is loving ourselves better, connecting with our intuition, imagine how powerful we will be together as a collective. This world can be different, can be run from a place of love if each one of us starts with ourselves. So love yourself today, share the message, and thank you very much, as always, for joining me. Thank you, Olga, for your lovely comments, and I will be back next Friday for Self-Love Friday. Until then, ciao, and have a beautiful weekend and week. Mwah. Bye.